Family banned me from Mom's birthday, until my sister's boyfriend revealed I'm his boss. They didn't yell. They didn't accuse me of anything. They just didn't invite me. It started with a group message I wasn't in. Mom's 60th birthday dinner. Saturday at Patterson Steakhouse, the nice one near the lake. Family only. I found out from my younger brother Ethan, who texted me like it was nothing. Hey, just so you know, Mom's dinner this weekend is kind of just for close family. Hope that's okay. I stared at those words longer than I care to admit. I typed a reply, deleted it. Typed again, deleted again. Finally sent one line, "Did you mean to leave me out?" He never answered. Instead, my sister Jenna replied 2 hours later, "Let's not make this about you, Madison." That was it. Before we dive into this story, I need to ask you something. Have you ever been quietly erased from your own family? Not kicked out dramatically, but just deleted, piece by piece, until you realize you're a ghost with their last name? Drop a comment if you felt this. I read every single one. And if this story hits you in the chest the way it hit me to live it, smash that like button and share it with someone who needs to know they're not alone in feeling invisible to the people who should see them most. Chapter 1: The Invisible Daughter. I'm Madison Lane, 33 years old. I co-founded CoreMap, a logistics tech firm based in Seattle. We build predictive routing systems that help cities and companies cut waste, money, fuel, time. In the world I built, I'm seen, heard, needed. But in the world I came from, I'm a ghost. I left Georgia when I was 21. No savings, just a laptop with a cracked screen, 2 suitcases, and a one-way ticket to Seattle. My father didn't say goodbye. My mother packed me a tuna sandwich, no note. At the time, I told myself it was enough. I rented a shoebox studio above a deli that opened at 4 a.m. Slept on a borrowed futon, waited tables, took night classes in data modeling, wrote code in bus terminals and laundromats. For 3 years, I worked like rent was due yesterday, which most days, it was. Meanwhile, Jenna stayed. She married Kyle, a church boy with a strong chin and quiet smile. Had her first son at 25, another 2 years later. I sent baby gifts. Jenna rarely replied, but Mom always thanked me politely for the onesies, books, Target gift cards. It was gratitude without connection. I tried to come home that first Christmas. They said the boys had RSV and it wasn't a good time. There was always a reason. Chapter 2: Building While They Watched. By 28, I co-founded CoreMap with a former professor and a truck driver I met through a roommate. We built our first model on free public data and borrowed servers. It broke constantly, but when it worked like nothing else. We saved one retailer $40,000 in fuel costs in a single quarter. That's when the calls started: investors, mayors, national carriers. We got featured in industry newsletters, then TechCrunch. Back home, they still thought I was in computers. When people asked, Dad said, "She does something with maps and machines." It's a little over my head. It always was. The year Jenna divorced Kyle, she almost lost her car. Payments had lapsed, credit was shot. She didn't tell anyone except Mom, quietly, one night on the phone. Mom told me. I wired $8,000 that same evening. No one thanked me. Not officially, not in words. But a month later, Jenna posted on Facebook, "Starting fresh, 1 mile at a time. God is good." There was the car, same license plate, paid off. That was the moment I knew something had shifted. Not in me, in them. I hadn't been disowned. I'd been deleted quietly, piece by piece. And the first hand to press delete had been the one I'd helped the most. Chapter 3: When Worlds Collide. Monday morning came like most do, early, quiet, too much coffee. At CoreMap, we start the week with stand-ups at 6:45 a.m. No fluff, just clarity. After the meeting, Mara from HR caught me near the elevator. Your noon onboarding session has 5 new hires. One of them is from Georgia, actually. Nathan Wells. The name was familiar, but faintly, like hearing a song you used to hum but haven't thought of in decades. Then it clicked. Nathan. Jenna's boyfriend. The one in her holiday photos wearing flannel and a quiet smile. The one the family called solid, sweet, safe. Safe men are favored where I come from. I walked into the onboarding room 15 minutes later. 5 fresh faces, nervous posture. One of them flinched slightly when I said, "Good morning. I'm Madison Lane, co-founder and COO. Welcome to CoreMap." Nathan. His jaw tensed. His pen hovered in the air. He didn't say a word for 30 minutes. After the session, as others filed out to meet HR, he lingered. "Mississippi Lane, Madison," he said. I didn't realize it was you. Jenna never mentioned you ran the company." "She doesn't mention me much at all," I replied. He nodded slowly. "I guess I didn't connect the dots. Is it weird that I'm here? Working for you, I mean." "Only if you make it weird," I said, almost smiling. That seemed to lift a weight off his shoulders. "Okay, cool. I really wanted this job. You all are doing amazing work. Then focus on that, and you'll be fine." He smiled, genuine this time, not performative. Someone from their world had stepped into mine. And for the first time, didn't look away. Chapter 4, The Public Erasure. Thursday, the post went up. Jenna's Facebook, public, no tags, just a photo of mom smiling, cheeks pink, framed by gold balloons reading, 60. "Can't wait to celebrate this beautiful woman this Saturday. Family is everything." I stared at it longer than I meant to. 38 comments within an hour. Cousins, church friends, old neighbors. So proud of her. All the sisters together again. Debbie's bringing the lemon cake. I scrolled through them like watching a window close. No mention of me. Not even a quiet, "Wish you were here." No one asked where the firstborn daughter was. I wasn't forgotten. I was erased. There's a difference. Forgetting is passive, accidental. Erasing takes intention. I closed the app, pushed the phone away, sat in the kind of stillness that feels heavier than noise. Then I stood up, walked to my closet, pulled out my navy suit. I booked the flight that night. Not out of spite, not to make a scene. I just needed them to see, not a resume, not a headline. Me. Not who they remembered, but who I actually became. Chapter 5, The Return. Georgia smelled the same, fresh lawn clippings, old pine, air heavy with memory. I checked into a modest hotel, steamed my suit, and placed an envelope on the nightstand. Inside were 2 first-class tickets to Alaska. Mom once said she wanted to see the northern lights before her knees gave out. She'd said it 30 years ago over a cracked mug and store-brand tea. I remembered. I always remembered. Patterson's Steakhouse hadn't changed. Same brown awning, same host with the pocket square, same piano covers looping in the background. I arrived a little after 7. The hostess blinked when I gave my name, hesitated, then gestured gently. Back room to the left. Private party. The laughter reached me first, silverware tapping, glasses clinking, the uneven rhythm of people who hadn't thought about who might be missing. Then I stepped in. Mom was at the center of a long table, radiant in royal blue, framed by cousins, neighbors, old friends. Dad sat with arms crossed like he was posing for a portrait. Jenna sat to Mom's left, her boys fidgeting. And at the far end, Nathan, silent, watching. The room didn't stop all at once. It paused in pieces. One cousin glanced up. An uncle froze mid-bite. The murmur dimmed until there was nothing but ambient tension. Well, my father said with a half-smirk, "Look who decided to join us." I didn't respond. Instead, I walked to my mother, steady, unhurried. I leaned down and placed the envelope gently on the table. "Happy birthday, Mom. I hope it's as beautiful as you are." She looked confused, as if my presence had come without warning. Her hands hovered before picking up the envelope, cautious like it might dissolve. When she opened it, her fingers trembled. Her breath caught. "Alaska," she whispered. I nodded. "You once said you'd never been. I thought it was time." She swallowed hard, tears brimming but not falling. From across the table, Dad exhaled in that way he does when uncomfortable but wanting control. "Still love making an entrance, don't you? Always have to turn it into your show." The words didn't sting. Not this time. Because the room wasn't only looking at him anymore. Chapter 6, the moment everything changed. The silence didn't break, it shifted. Not shattered like glass, but bent like heat. Then Nathan stood. Not abruptly, not like a man fueled by drama. He simply rose, straightened his collar, and looked straight at my father. "She didn't make this about herself," he said, voice steady and clear. "You did." Dad blinked. A cousin leaned forward. Nathan didn't look away. "That's Madison Lane, co-founder and COO of CoreMap, one of the fastest-growing logistics companies on the West Coast. She's not just impressive, she's respected. She's fair. And she's the reason I took this job." Every head turned, some toward me, some toward Jenna, whose face had flushed pale. Nathan glanced at her, then back at the room. "I applied months ago, before I ever connected the name. And when I realized who she was, I was proud. I still am." He wasn't finished. "You talk about family like it's something that never changes, but real family evolves, learns, includes. Madison didn't walk away. You pushed her out. And even then, she built something the rest of us now benefit from, including me." He sat down. No applause, no affirmations, just the weight of his words settling like dust in sunlight. I looked at my mother. Her eyes hadn't left me. Her hand still rested on the envelope like it was a lifeline. I turned to Jenna. She was staring into her water, jaw locked, lips thin. My father was still, not stiff, not angry, just still. For the first time in my life, I saw him without the armor. No role to play, no sarcasm to hide behind. Just a man staring at something he'd spent years pretending wasn't there. I reached for my bag, rose from my seat. "I won't stay long," I said quietly to Mom. "I just wanted to see you smile." She reached up, squeezed my hand with both of hers. "You did," she whispered. As I turned to leave, my heels echoed against the tile. Not loud, but unmistakable. No one followed. No one called my name. And that was fine. Because this time, I wasn't leaving in silence. I was leaving seen. Chapter 7, The Ripple Effect. That night, I didn't cry. I ordered room service and reviewed our Q2 forecast, stable. Routing models were exceeding targets, and 2 city contracts had cleared legal. On paper, things were perfect. At 9:40 p.m., the hotel phone rang. The front desk said a woman was asking for me, my mother. She stood with a plastic container wrapped in a dish towel. Inside, her homemade lemon squares, cracked and sweet. She lingered in the doorway. I let her in. We didn't mention the dinner. Instead, we talked about Alaska, my work, my team. She truly listened. Quietly, she admitted, we tried to keep you small. That was a mistake. I didn't forgive her right away, but I didn't shut her out either. 4 days later, Jenna called. Nathan told me everything, she said. Her voice softened. I used to resent you for growing. Now I see, it was strength. And I'm proud of you. Chapter 8, Full Circle. When I returned to Seattle, the hotel had left an envelope at the front desk. No return address, just my name in Dad's handwriting, firm, exact, unmistakable. Inside, a single page. He wrote that I'd turned out different than he expected, maybe even better. Said he didn't know how to apologize for underestimating me, that perhaps he didn't deserve to. But Mom had told him I was building something real. Then this, you always had that stubbornness. I mistook it for rebellion. Turns out it was vision. No signature, no warmth, but no denial. For a man like him, maybe that was all he could give. Maybe that was enough. That summer, I bought my first home in Marin County, overlooking the bay where the water turned silver at dusk. The floors creaked in the right places. The air smelled like eucalyptus and salt. On move-in day, my team surprised me with a framed canvas print, deep blue with white lettering. A quote I'd said once during a late-night planning session, build so well they can't look away. Just beneath it, in a smaller frame, was a yellow post-it note. Written in Nathan's careful handwriting were 4 words, she's my boss. I never asked who saved it. I just knew it mattered.